I know what you're thinking. What's this? All will become clear on Tech Addicts now. So these are the Cleer Roam NC, as it says in the packaging. These are true wireless noise cancelling headphones. Very cute, very cost friendly. They cost around $59.95. You can find them online, which isn't too bad. They're that kind of upper echelon of headphones before getting into crazy price type affairs for everyday headphones. So they feature a built-in mic, which is something I really want to test because I'm starting to notice that some manufacturers are skimping on that. Hopefully these will be the exact opposite. ANC, which is active noise cancellation, and have a 5-hour playtime. Big sticker there to catch your eye with the active noise cancellation. On the side here we have active noise cancellation, blah blah blah, 5 hours, IP4 water resistant and sweatproof for active use. So you can take these out running, but I wouldn't go diving with them. That's other stuff on the back, sample stuff for resale, and a bloke wearing them with glasses and a pinstripe t-shirt and a designer beard and some nicely styled hair, looking very well. Okay. Okay, so I should, as you saw on that sticker there, obviously I did not pay for these. They have been sent to me by Cleer, but my opinion will be entirely independent. So, own the moment. Thank you for choosing Cleer. That's quite a rather nice packaging. Hopefully this is what the retail product ends up looking like. There we have the little barrel for the charge case. In underneath we have quick start guide, user manual and warranty card. How exciting. Aha, there's something here as well, hidden in behind here. Right, all recyclable packaging, which is very good. And we have 2 sets of in-ear cushions. They must be small and large, which means medium is probably on there. The small ones do look particularly small, and the large ones look much more comfortable. Ah, very nice. We have the other shape as well of ear cushioning. So you have your choice of nipple shaped, and I wish my nipples weren't shaped like this. Okay, so it says on the back here, connect Roam NC to your device, listen to your favorite songs. Thanks. Oh, really nice to you to point that out. Nice one, Cleer. Making things clear. Customize your Roam NC with the Cleer Plus app. Okay, so they have their own app to be able to wibble about with. Right. Oh, it's like a light grey colour. It's quite nice actually. It's plastic, as you could well tell, and it's cold and I'm warm, hence just coming in. There's a little dot there that looks like it might be an LED for detecting charge, or depicting whether or not it is charging or not. We have USB Type-C on this side. That's a fair point. There is no USB Type-C cable provided, so you have to find your own. Down there we have CE and all that. Probably on the retail edition, I don't imagine that'll have a sticker on the bottom. It'll probably be emblazoned on the actual unit itself. We have CE, which we shouldn't be seeing here in the UK anymore, but I'm in Northern Ireland, so that's alright. And also there might be a USB charge cable in the full finished unit. We'll have to find out from PR. Yeah, they look quite nice. There's a good spring in the door here, so it'll keep itself open whenever you want it to keep open. Oh, a little light just went on there. I don't know if you can see the white. Probably means it's pairing, but they are really dinky. I like that. They are really small. It's if I was to compare it to these that I looked at not too long ago, which were U-green, but then you don't exactly know what size they are, and I thought they were quite big, so they're a lot taller, slightly narrower. We have a Samsung type wall wart, so it's maybe about the same size as that, but taller or shorter. We have a harmonica, a small one, blue steel harmonica. Superman Pez dispenser. Yeah. So you get the idea. Right. The app. Here is the app on the Google App Store. We'll install it. I forgot. There we go. 2.2 stars. 500 plus downloads. A young lady with the headphones in her ears, which look like an older model. No, she's not an older model. She's quite a young model, modelling the older model of... Never mind. There we go. That and a younger model modelling some over-ear headphones. Linda doesn't like them, the app. Phil doesn't mind it. And Roland Garcia thinks it's the bee's knees. Okay, so we'll open her up. And we'll take you on a tour of the earphones in but a moment. And we need to allow access to various functions on the phone. And it's pairing. We open her up. Yeah, okay, whatever, yes, okay. Pairing. Pairing failed, reconnect. Okay, so going back to the instructions, because it's not pairing automatically, we have to go into pairing mode, maybe. Or perhaps that's for pairing it with another device, but it's not pairing immediately out of the box. And before we do that, we'll take a tour of the devices, because there's a little bit of removable plastic on it. I'm doing very well today at this at all. So they do feel like plastic on the top here. These are touch buttons as well. You've got L and R here, so you can clearly work out which is which. We take them out, and you have a little wingtip here to hold them in your ear, or to give you just that little bit extra to get it the right way around when you're pushing it into your ear. And there is the unit itself. So we have another one of the nipples, and it's two-tone grey. This is rubberized as well, so that should really feel quite nice inside your ear rather than having real plastic rubbing up against it. It's a bit of an odd choice that they've decided to go with a more sort of obvious plastic here than here. So I do like that idea, because this is going to feel really super smooth in your ear. This bit of plastic is covering up the pogo pins, or the charge pins, for the case. So perhaps we need to do that, remove those, and then put them back in the case before anything happens. There's an L there, and there as well, so you don't get confused. And then there's a little hole there, probably for a microphone. And there's another hole there, might be a noise cancelling microphone or what have you. This one does seem to be more directional toward your mouth. And there's another one there as well, which I believe is the LED. I think I saw that flashing earlier. Can't quite remember, so much has happened since then. But yeah, it's a good looking little earbud that I don't really mind putting it in my ear. Then having a look at the case itself, you can see there's an easy cutout with those two pins available there. I'm guessing that this one has a similar bit of plastic, so I'll take that off. I'll pop them back in. I can hear them talking to me. Noticeable there's a large sort of gap at the edge here. You can just about see that around the back, so it's not quite as tight to put things in and out. You can put them in at an angle when you're throwing them into the case to charge. So that's a nice attention to detail that they may have thrown in there, or it could have been out of necessity. Maybe it was really difficult to get them out if this was a tightly concealed case. But yep, they've designed this, they've engineered this to look good. We now have a red LED showing there. It's tiny. There's also a proper pinhole there, and I hope you got to see that. If I opened again, we got white. I think that's red flashing. Okay, so we'll go and try and pair them now, and that seems to have worked a bit better. We have Cleer Roam NC there, and we're going to pair, and I think I heard it say we have paired. So if I jump back to this, we're connected, and it's telling us that left and right ear have 100%. Ambient noise cancellation is on, and we can turn it off very easily. Nice kind of colorized slider bar there, which goes up in chunks of 1 to a maximum of 10. Okay, so easy to use on the go. We have an equalizer function as well that allows us to, ooh, You know, that's quite a nice looking graph spectral analyzer. I'm going to clean the screen so we can play around with that. I'll keep it at default at the moment. I don't see anywhere you can hit presets, but perhaps there are presets somewhere. And we have a play, fast forward and rewind button, or next track. Then we have rename these so we can find them. That's a nice feature. You don't see that too often. So often is the time I'm looking at it going, I don't know which headphones these are, and I'm trying to pair with a bunch of things on my Bluetooth list. You know, having these, you get lost. I don't know what the XBT780 is. Couldn't tell you. I just have to hope that whenever I open it up or turn it on, it automatically pairs. So we have a firmware update looks to be available. Yep, it's good to upgrade. I'll do that before I take these out for a bit of a hike in the rain, it would appear, because it's raining now. App language is English, voice prompt is English, touchpad control, so double tap and triple tap have been turned on, ambient noise control and track control as well. We'll keep all those on by default. Voice assistant, we'll keep that on. It's nice if we can turn that off and on. Help. Ooh, loads of questions. Not going to go through all of them. User feedback. We'll have a quick look and see what kinds of questions. A random one. This one. How many different sized ear tips do you provide? Interesting. What is the weight of Roam NC? Is the music automatically paused when there is a call? Right, okay, so they do seem to be yes, no questions. We have the user manual built in there as well. I like that very much. Nice one, Cleer, good thinking there. And about app version, privacy policy. So you have the functions that are written on the little piece of paper built into the app. So if you're trying to work out how to answer a call or skip a track or something, you can go into the app and it'll tell you. Wonderful. It'll show you what LEDs are bleeping and even the specs of it. I'm impressed. Yep, colour me impressed. That's a nice attention to detail in an app. Good, good, good. And it's a clear picture of what you're using there. Over on the hamburger mess. All right, okay. So you can get other devices as well. If no, and it's not for advertising purposes. It is purely for. Oh, I think I've broken things now. No, it goes back to that, and we've dropped 10% already. That's impressive. So we'll do the firmware update, and then I'm going to go out and about for a bit with these, make some calls, listen to some tunes, the odd podcast, do this, that and the other. And I'll get back to you and let you know what I think. Okay, so it's actually been 24 hours since I unboxed these yesterday. Oh, yes. And I am really quite impressed with them. Yes, they are pre-release and there are some tinkering that needs to be done to these in order to get them absolutely rock solid. For example... Okay, so as another test, I'm going to walk down to the end of my driveway, which is maybe about 20 meters away down to get to the gate, and see if the Bluetooth manages to work on this. So I'll babble to myself whilst I'm walking down there, and hopefully the neighbours won't look at me strangely. But it's also a bit of a test. The actual microphones themselves. We're almost halfway down the driveway, and hopefully you're picking up wind noise because it's a wee bit windy out here. And as we get to the end of the driveway, I hope I'm not breaking up too much. I guess the wind is blowing a good bit, and maybe I'm coming back into range or something. I don't expect that it'll be able to manage it the whole way down, and that's why I'm just rambling and babbling more than usual. So we're coming back in, and we're a meter to, well, there we go, we're back at the phone, there we go. Okay, hopefully that was good. But that's hardly a deal breaker, because not everyone buys a set of headphones with the intent of making phone calls. They are quite useful. The functionality is very useful when absolutely needed. However, I wouldn't ever not buy a pair of headphones because the microphones on board are not that great currently. So this brings me on to the other feature which I do quite like, and that is the ear touchiness. Currently, the way I have it set up, and I think it's the default out of the box, but I believe you can reconfigure this through the app, or at least the instructions do proclaim you can do that. The left button allows you to double tap for the next track and triple tap for the previous track. Whereas the right one, if you double tap, it switches between your ambient noise and the noise cancellation. Now, I have been using noise cancellation on a lot of in-ear headphones recently, actually on a lot of headphones recently, and it's not bad. It doesn't manage to siphon out just as much as you'd like, but it still does dull down a lot of the sound around it. The ambient mode is really handy to have, so you can still have music playing in the background, and if someone were to be talking to you, you could have a conversation with them, and that works really well. The noise cancelling, I think it relies more so on the fitting of the ear cup that goes in your ear canal, and then turning the microphones on when ambient mode is required, and relaying the information through to your ear so that you can hear them better. Both of them are fine, absolutely fine. I found no fault in them, and unless you're going to try and keep these in for the entire day, then you won't have any issues with them. It's all good. Now, earlier on in the unboxing, I know I erroneously commented that the battery life of these is 5 hours or something. It says, yeah, 5 hours with an extra 10 hours in the case. Having a look through some of the other paraphernalia that is available, Cleer may have changed that 10 hours to 20 hours using the case as well. So that is an excellent combination of battery power and size. I know there are other headphones out there, or earphones, that will get you a lot more in the way of battery power. However, this does really quite well, and anyone who needs more than 20 hours without being able to hit a charger in a day is doing something that I can't quite comprehend. But then, of course, you could forget to charge them one day, in which case you do have a couple of days worth if you're just using them for the commute or down the gym or siphoning off an hour a day. You chuck them in here and away you go. Great. There is no wireless charging, obviously. That is a bit of a caveat. And being able to dump this on the back of a device that has wireless charging would be a tiny bit more of a plus point. However, in all the years that I've been using wireless earbuds, I think I've only charged them once on the back of a phone, and that was purely just to see how long it took. I don't believe it. Heads will roll. Right, yeah, so that's the Cleer Roam NC. Good looking, nice little set of earbuds that I would heartily recommend. And for around about 60 quid, you could do far worse. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit that subscribe button and turn on them there notifications. Give us a wee thumbs up if you fancy. And remember to tune in to the Tech Addicts podcast. There's a new one every Sunday afternoon. And other than that, take care.